Man, it's time to shine. Welcome back to the channel, man. Appreciate y'all who've been tuned in. I say the same shit every vid. I just like to show my appreciation, man. I know I sometimes sound like a broken record, but anyways, let's get straight to this vid. So pretty much, Shaq, he pretty much said, not saying he's wondering is it time to put him in that conversation as best player of all time, Steph Curry. And you know me, I personally, I rock with Steph. I like Steph. Obviously, I like Westbrook more. Like if we're talking about point guards, Westbrook is just my favorite point guard. Him and Allen Iverson were my favorite point guards of all time. That's just what it is. But I rock with Steph. I watch Steph highlights all the time. Well, I can't wait to see that. Didn't he drop a documentary? I got to go see that or something. But I rock with Steph. But I'm just very honest about things. Now listen, for those that say he should be, and here's the only thing I'm gonna turn it over. Don't take this as somebody being a Warrior hater or a Steph Curry hater. None of that. I love Steph's game. I respect Steph's game. My only critique on Steph, and I remember my boy pointed this out to me. He literally pointed my boy Keenan. He literally pointed this out to me years ago, bro. He still says the same thing to this day, even though he fucks with Steph Curry too. I don't know how much he rocks with him now because he was a real Jordan Poole fan, and you know how that shit happened. But anyways, so he said, and I said this too because let me ask y'all a serious question. What do all and this is like I said, this is no shade to Steph Curry, so don't take it. Oh, he hating on Steph. I just said Steph. I fuck with Steph. I rock with Steph. I shouldn't have even to keep saying this. It's just you got to kind of say things because people don't like to listen. They like to take one part that you said and attack you for the one thing that you said. I'm not being this I shouldn't even have to say all this shit. I gotta you feel me? I shouldn't have to feel like I'm walking on eggshells to say this shit. Listen, what is one thing that every player who is been considered the greatest of all time have in common? I'm talking about seriously, like considerably, like by this, like consistently for years and years and years and years to come. What has every last one of those players? What do they have in common? Because really, only three players who are considered the greatest players of all time. I'm talking about consistently. You got some people that say Tim Duncan. You got some people that say other players. I've heard people say Kevin Durant, but I probably heard Tim Duncan more consistently than Kevin Durant. So you could throw Tim Duncan in there. No disrespect to Tim. What is something that all of the players who have been considered the greatest of all time have in common? I'm gonna tell y'all. Defensive titles. Not defensive player of the year necessarily, but they made a defensive team. I get told every day by one of my OGs, LeBron will never catch Jordan because Jordan was better on both ends of the floor. Let's put the championships to the side. He says Jordan was better on both ends of the floor. Jordan has 10 defensive teams, first team all NBA's defensive. LeBron only has 6. LeBron had 2 years where he should have won Defensive Player of the Year, but we're operating on what happened, not what should have happened. That's what he tells me every time we have that debate. Jordan was better on both ends of the floor. Right? You talk about Kobe. Kobe got defensive teams. I don't know how much Kobe has. He might actually have more than LeBron. For those who say Kobe better than LeBron. So I hear people say Kobe better than LeBron, not just for his skill, but he was better on defense, quote unquote. I don't necessarily agree in terms of all positions, but, that's what they say. Jordan got more defensive teams than LeBron. That's why he's better, right? That's what I hear all the time, like he's better on both ends of the floor, right? Okay, cool. I'm willing to concede to that. I don't think LeBron's better than Michael Jordan just yet. I think he can get there. LeBron probably the best player I've seen before play. I've watched play. But listen, how are we going to put Steph in that conversation and he's made 0 defensive teams? LeBron, my OG literally told me LeBron can't pass MJ for not being a better two-way player than MJ was, but we going to put Steph Curry in the conversation. He has 0 defensive teams. Klay Thompson's like no wonder Klay playing so bad right now. Oh, he's been playing good the last couple of games. No wonder Clay's been in a shell of himself. I just thought about it. Bro, Buddy been having a guard Dame, Prime Westbrook, Kyrie Irving. And they still had to give you the 20 plus on like 20 on the other offense. Like, no wonder, bro, legs is gone. Like, put the injury to the side. That injury set him back for sure. I'm glad he was able to get through that. But no wonder he ain't the same. His legs finally done caught up with him in all them finals runs. And I'm having a guard. If Iggy not guarding him, I'm guarding him. No wonder, like, he playing so bad. That's all I'm asking for is this, because and granted, he said he's asking, is it right to throw him in that conversation now? And I'm just personally saying he has to win some, because listen, usually players, so when you got LeBron and Kevin Durant matching up, right? Today, you're not going to see them match up that much anymore. Cleveland versus Thunder, you saw the matchup, small forward against small forward. Even when LeBron was running point guard, guarding Kevin Durant, vice versa. Obviously, throughout the whole game, there's switches, screens, all that, shit like that. Heat days, Heat versus Thunder, LeBron against KD. We see it. They match up. Cleveland days, same thing. Towards the end, it was a little bit. That's when it was like, all right, towards LeBron's last final year in Cleveland, LeBron wasn't guarding him like that. KD wasn't guarding him like that either. That's when you kind of saw like their matchup slowly come to an end, right? Like consistently. Was that probably that second go around in Cleveland? Like towards the end of that though. Usually the best player, that matchup between the best players on the team, usually it stops when they get older. Curry has never consistently guarded the point guard on the team. I remember that was a thing when they said Chris Paul and them didn't fuck with Curry. That's not that they didn't fuck with him, Chris Paul and Russ. They didn't say it, but I'm saying there was like reports, like they feel like they just as good, and they should, obviously. I'm not saying that Chris Paul or Westbrook said this, but I'm just saying if I'm a point guard and you're considered better than me, and you're not even guarding me the whole game, you got your two guard on me. Even Kevin Durant said it in an interview. He literally said he doesn't guard the best point. He doesn't guard the point guards. He doesn't guard his position. I like our matchup with Russ on him. Granted, we may never be fair towards Steph Curry in defense because he no disrespect, he wasn't a good defender for most of his career. So now that he's probably improved, he probably won't get the credit for it, and that's not right. We have to applaud him. Not that he needs our fucking applaud. I don't care about what I'm saying, but I'm just, you know what I'm saying? Like, but that's all I'm saying, because if I'm Damian, no wonder Dame feels like he's better than him, even though Dame, I'm sorry, as much as I would like you to be better than him, you're not. Like, I'm sorry. As much as I really want that to be true, you're not better than him, bro. I'm sorry. But no wonder Dame said that, because it's like, you're not guarding me. Even in that series when Curry got hurt and came back in 2016, it was Iggy and Clay guarding Damian Lillard. That game 4 when Curry went off for 38 or 40 or something. I think it was 38 or 40. He missed his first like 9 threes. That Clay and Iggy was guarding Dame. And Dame had to guard Curry. We talk about what Curry has done to Dame, right? Because Dame is the prime matchup on him, but it's not the other way around, though. Early OKC days, not even early OKC days, even towards the end OKC days, we saw the game when Russ and KD went forehead to forehead. Westbrook was going right by Curry. I'm not trying to be that dude, bro, but we gotta be real, bro. He don't guard his position. We got two of the best point guards in the Pac-12 matching up against each other. We got this team versus that team, right? We got two teams in the Pac-12 matching up against each other. This point guard's averaging 20 and 6 assists. This point guard's averaging 18 and 7 assists. They match up against each other. That's what we came to see. Oh, I bet they guarding each other like we beginning to going. College, Lonzo Ball versus De'Aaron Fox. Bop. De'Aaron Fox won that matchup, right? That's what we look at. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying you're never on your prime person the entire game. I have knowledge on that, but I'm just saying, like, we gotta start. I ain't gonna lie, bro. We gotta start looking at shit for what it is, bro, and stop. Like, we have to hold people to the same standard. And granted, Shaq didn't say. Shaq was just asking a question. And while I say no, you can put him in the top 10. You could put him in a touch in there. I'm not saying he's untouchable from the top 10s and 5s and things like that. But how do you put him in that category as greatest of all time and he has never won a defensive team? First team or second team or third team, maybe. And he's never been known to guard his position ever. When we talk about Curry back in the day, what Curry was doing, what Curry did to the Thunder. Okay. Well, so then when you go roll the game clip, okay, when Curry was actually guarding the point guard from Kyrie to whoever, what happened? Like, how come we get? I mean, you could throw him. He's the best shooter. He plays well off the ball. All that. He has every point guard beat in terms of being able to play with anybody. Every point guard in the league can't play with everybody like he can. And I think Curry is Curry. I think Curry is he's Curry. That's Steph Curry. You got to put some respect on his name. But we also got to be a little objective when we're talking about these things. I sometimes get mad to this day when I see LeBron not playing defense like how he used to. But, that's just what it is, man. That's just my opinion. Anyways, if y'all like this video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new. And I'm gone, man.